So I've been wondering for some time now, how come no one has just straight copied the organizational system that the Supernote platform has? It's just that good. You would have thought someone would have come along and thought it worthy enough to just straight steal. That time has probably finally come. I've been digging into the Go 10.3 and that new Pages pane that they have, marvelous. There's more than meets the eye with that thing. And today we're going to talk about it. So let's do it. How's it going, everybody? Roger here, Rants About Tech. If you're new here, welcome. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me. And if you're part of the crew, let's go ahead and get them likes up. This video is a quick update, but it's also a feature watch on organization. The Books platform hasn't traditionally done a good job of organizing your notes, thoughts, and ideas in a cohesive and intuitive way that makes it easy for you to get back to those thoughts and build on them in the future. The Supernote platform has the quick access menu that makes it easy for you to skip between notes and pages. They also have a system of headers, keywords, and stars that makes it easy to get back to certain sections of pages. For a long time, the Books platform didn't have equivalent tools to match these features, but I think I may have found a way to do that today. Let me know in the comments if you've seen this already and you already knew this, but this is totally new to me and is a total game changer, and it kind of puts Books and the Supernote platform almost on equal footing when it comes to organization. Almost. Not quite. Like I talked about in the last video, the Pages pane is where all the magic happens. So let's go there now. You get to the Pages pane by being in the Notes app and going to the top right corner where you can see the arrows allowing you to skip between pages. You can also hit the numbers in the middle and get to the Pages pane. These options, from what I understand, are only for the Go 10.3, no other Books products. If you don't have the Go 10.3, picking the numbers will show you your pages in a thumbnail format, but it won't be in a pane view, and you won't have the options that you have available to you with the 10.3. So when you first go to the Pages pane on the Go 10.3, you get the Pages view coming from the right-hand side of the device. You'll notice that you have thumbnails of all of your pages. Within those thumbnails, you also have hamburger bars. And if you pick those hamburger bars, you'll see that you have options. One of those options will be to set as a cover. You can set that particular page as a cover for this particular notepad. You can rename that particular thumbnail, which makes that thumbnail name searchable when you go and search your notes. And you can also delete that particular page. The next thing we have here is tags. This is where all the tags in this particular notepad are going to show up. The good thing about this is that they show up in a list and they show up converted into text, which makes it super useful to me. I can essentially use this particular section just like headers on the Supernote. So essentially all you have to do is go to something you want to make a header. You can select it. I've already made this a header, but we'll do it again for demonstration's sake. And once it's selected, you have options up here and you can hit the tag option. And you don't even have to change that particular tag name. Just hit OK on it, and it will change that particular selection that you selected there into a tag. Now when you go to the Pages pane and you are at the tags, you can see the tag that you just created is right there. And it also tells you what page that particular tag is on. So tags on the Books products mimics the functionality of headers on the Supernote product. So that's one thing we got down, and that's not too bad of a workaround right there. It's not a dedicated section for it, but it is something that allows you to see all of your basically headers in one location where you can click on and see from a glance what page that particular header is on. And the last one I want to talk about is the search functionality right here. I am super excited, and I was super excited to figure this out the other night. I've been trying for a while now to mimic the header, keyword, starring system that the Supernote products have on the Books products, because I think that's a super smart system to have that keeps things organized and easy to find and easy to get back to. And I want that for the Books products that I have. Now, someone at Onyx must have heard my complaints, because we have a system here that closely mimics that whole system that the Supernote has with their headers and their keywords and their starring system. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. The search bar is where all the magic happens. So we can search thumbnails, we can search tags, and we can search Scribble. So The thumbnail lets us search those thumbnail names that we talked about in the window pane earlier, where you can name the individual page thumbnails. And if you did that and you have a notepad with 100 pages or something in it, which would lead you to have like 100 thumbnails, you may want to search those thumbnails by name, and you can do that right here. If you know the name of the particular page that you named, you can search it there and find it. All right, so the next option we have here is tags. And with tags, like I said, I use tags basically like Supernote headers. Those are my headers right there. And it's easy to set up like a header. It's organized like a header, but it also has the added benefit over what the Supernote offers of having those headers already converted into text, which makes it super neat. I do like that. And I definitely use that on the books products when I want to get back to a particular section of a page, or if I want to get back to a particular page, that's an easy and quick way to do it. Now, the next thing we have here is Scribble. Now, Scribble is on every other books product that has note taking as well, but it's organized in a way here that you don't normally see it on any other books product. The Go 10.3 has all your scribbles and your searches for scribbles put into one place with your headers, and I think that's super smart. But the difference with the Go 10.3 is it takes your scribbles for handwriting and text and puts it with your tags, and it adds thumbnails to that. So all of your organization is now in one spot in the Pages pane if you go to the search bar. So let's talk about Scribbles really quick, which to me takes place of the functionality of the starring system on the Supernote products. But it also adds the extra benefit of having a bonus symbol that you can use in conjunction with the starring system. So let's go ahead and talk about that. So if you go to Scribble, right here you will see a box and you'll see an asterisk. With the box, if you select that, anywhere in your note that you put a box, this thing is going to show you. So right now it's searching my notes and it's going to show me every spot that has a box, whether that box was written as far as drawn by me, or whether that box was one of the AI tools that I use that drew a perfect box. Either or will show up in this particular search. Now, the cool thing about this is that I typically draw boxes in front of all of my headers anyway. That's just how I draw my notes, and I make symbols by all of my subheaders and all of that stuff. So it just keeps things organized in my head. So when I learned that the box was a search for all of those boxes that I had been putting by my headers anyway, I thought, wow, I've got a system that's already tracking all of my headers no matter what notebook I'm in. So I thought that was really cool. This search is taking a little bit longer than normal, but we'll keep going. So I thought that was really cool. So in a second here, we'll see once it gets done with the search that it's going to show me a list of all of the boxes that I've drawn or put in notes. And it's going to show me everything that's on the same line as those boxes. And it's also going to convert that information into text for me. So it's nice and neat. All right. So what we have here is a list of all the spots that I have boxes. And like I said, I typically put boxes right in front of all of my header information anyway. So you can see here, I got a converted list of hardware backing power button. I'm gonna have to go and look at that. But right here, you can see a converted list of all of the things that I've put boxes by. And like I said, it shows you everything that's on the same line as the box that you put. And it also converts that information into text for you, so it's super neat. And you can see that all right here. So I can see what I wrote. I can see the page number that it's on, and I can also just go ahead and select it, and it take me right where that particular header is at. And you can see I put a box right there. And like I said, I put boxes in front of all of my header information. So it was a ready built-in header system that I didn't even know was there until I learned about that box system. So now the next thing you can do is, if you are not a box person and you're a starring person, we go to the search tool there and we go back to Scribble. Now you see the asterisk right there next to the box. So we can also search any instance of an asterisk, and it's going to show us every bit of information that's on the same line as the asterisk, not just the page, but it's also going to show us the page that the asterisk is on. So this is a step above what the Supernote does, because the Supernote only shows you the page that the star is on. It doesn't show you the information that's by the star. It doesn't convert it into text. You know, maybe you didn't write the most legible thing, or maybe it just doesn't look the best. But the point is, when it converts it to text, it's all super neat and in a nice little list for you to select. It's just great. The only downside is it takes a while to do the search. So let's go ahead and do the searching for any asterisks I have about my notes. All right, so right here we have all of the instances of asterisks that I have in my notes, and everything that's on the same line as that asterisk. So, and it's converted to text. This is just so super simple. So super simple and easy. So it's not a star, it's an asterisk, but it serves the same purpose. But like I said, it does one better by showing you the information. So if you wanted to make anything you put an asterisk by a to-do item, unlike the Supernote platform, which is going to show you every page you have a star on, this is just going to show you every line that you have a star on and the information that's on that line and what page it's on. Man, it's just so useful. So with this particular system, we have tags can be our headers, Scribbles can be our starring system, and as far as keywords go, every word you write, handwritten or text, is searchable on books platforms. It even says right in the search tool, search keywords. So everything is essentially a keyword. So right now on the books platform, on the Go 10.3, we have keyword search, header search, and star search, with the added bonus of box search. This is a great time to be alive. Now, what will be cool is if when we searched for the boxes and it shows us our boxes, and I'll show you that when it comes up, it would be very cool if we could just use the boxes as a to-do list. So anything we put a box by could be a to-do. And when we do the search, let's go back there. And when we do a box search, it shows you boxes beside your information. If you could just click that box, like right here, like the box that shows up right here. If I could just click that box and then put a check mark there and get rid of that line, makes it go away, it's not a to-do anymore, that would be great. That would be super awesome. I mean, I kind of like that the boxes do signify headers, because like I said, all of my notes now have headers. I can just search all my notes for headers now, because I usually put boxes by my headers as a symbol to signify them. But yeah, that would be super cool. Maybe a different symbol that we can use for that. But yeah, when I saw those boxes, I just thought to-dos and how cool that would be. Maybe even a long press on said thing that comes up in a search to give you some options of things that you can do with that particular information. Instead of just going to where it's at, maybe you get an option to delete it from right there. Maybe you get an option to copy it. Maybe you get an option to put it in a to-do list, like on the Supernote. So there's tons of opportunity here for this particular system, but I thought it was super awesome to finally see that a books product looked at the Supernote system and says, you know, we got to do something like that. I'm not sure if that's what they did, but I do know that this closely mimics what the Supernote does. Now, the last thing that I gripe about that the books products don't have and that the Supernote does have is that quick access menu that allows you to jump between your notes and your notebooks really quickly. I had to have more than a couple conversations in the comments about this particular thing where people were saying that the books products do have a quick access menu for notes and that, you know, that's not a Supernote only thing. And I'm just like, no. The books platform doesn't have a quick access menu. It doesn't even have anything like the quick access menu. And the only thing that I could think that they were talking about is this particular thing right here, which allows you to be in your notes, but also pick another note from inside the Notes app. So let's go ahead and take a look at that now. If you do click on that, you get taken to a variety of notes here, which is cool. That's fine. And you could go ahead and click on a note, assuming that you're in the folder that has your note already. be it your favorites or your recents or a local note or your reading notes. As long as you're already on your notes, let's go back. You can click that, that's one click. You can click that, that's two clicks. And then a third click gets you to your note. On the Supernote platform, one swipe gets you to your note. And you don't even have to be in the Notes app for this to be a thing. You could be in the Calendar app, you can be in the To-Do app, you can be in the Kindle app, the settings. You swipe here and get that quick access menu, you got 8 notes or 8 pages or 8 combination of notes and pages that you can select at a moment's notice with one swipe. One. It takes you 3 clicks to get to this particular thing. And that's assuming a few things. That's assuming A, you're already in the Notes app. That's assuming B, you've already gonna be on the selection that you want. Like right here, say you wanted to be in Recents. Right here, you're in Favorites. So you gotta select this, that's another tap. Then you gotta select Recents, that's another tap. And then you can select your note. So assuming all the conditions are right, you have at least 3 taps here to make to get to your note. With the Supernote, one swipe, done. So that to me is quick access, and that is something that the Boox products don't have. As a matter of fact, this particular menu on the Go 10.3 is even worse and a step back from how it was on the previous products. Because my Tab Mini C, you know I had to go and get it. So my Tab Mini C, if I go to my notepad here, and if I were to go to Notepad like I did on the 10.3 here and select the folder where my notes are, I get a window over here showing all of those folders that I can pick from. I don't have to go here and then select from a drop-down list my folders. That's one more click you gotta make that you didn't have to make in the previous iteration of this particular software. That to me is a step backwards. I don't know why that would be the case. They did such a good job. Like I could almost vouch for this system until that. So seeing that you could be so many clicks away from your notes, I don't understand how anyone can consider that a quick menu. I mean, quick is subjective, right? I mean, everyone sees quick as something different. What's quick to me may not be quick to you. But no matter what your standard of quick is, I don't see how being at least 3 clicks away from your notes is considered quick. Especially when another platform gives you all of that in a swipe. So yeah, I think that it's quick in one swipe. I think it's a lot less quick in 3. At least 4 or 5 if you don't have all the conditions perfect. So yeah, just a little thing I noticed and just something I wanted to bring up and call out about the Boox product here. That's going to be it for my particular update number 2, which is the second update I've done on any product. So I'm kind of proud of myself in getting to this milestone. But yeah, so finally someone is definitely caught up, not caught up entirely, but they're making strides in the direction to catching up with Supernote and their quick access menu and their organizational prowess they have with that platform. So yeah, kudos to Boox for making those changes there. A couple more changes need to be made. Maybe a proper quick access menu of some type would do good. Maybe when you click on this, you get all the options. Not only do you get to pick what folder or to change the name of this particular notepad, maybe you get a list of 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 files that you can throw into that list that you can quickly add to and pick from. So yeah, I mean, that would be quick. That's one click, bam, I got my notes, hit it. I would be with that. And that's something they have the infrastructure for already. They just have to be able to add something to this particular window right here, which I don't think should be a problem. All right, everyone, that's going to be it for me. Like if you liked, subscribe if you want to see more, and until next time,